Hey, Marco.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, Marco.
So, hello.
Real pleasure,
Good
real
evening.
pleasure and honor to meet you today. How are you today, Marco?
Uh, I am better. Yeah, the whole family got a little bit sick
Oh,
over the weekend and all that, and well, I was struck down as well, feeling very bad, nauseous, and all that. But it seems to me that today is already way better. A
oh,
little bit weakness. Have to take a lot of fluids.
oh, yeah. Hope you feel better soon.
Yeah, I mean, spirits are good anyway. There are there are nice things happening.
That's good. That's good, Marco. So, Marco, your new album, Roses from the Deep, is to be out on Feb 7th. So, would you like to tell me a bit on the songwriting and the making of this new album?
Hmm. Um, yeah. I mean, it started out when the COVID was worn out and festivals were booking, and my band guys started calling me, "Hey, festivals are opening up and all that, and it's been a while, and should we write some new songs and do a new album?" Then I said, "What do you know, guys? I've been feeling way, way better lately." And yeah, I had my reasons, all kinds of medical thingies and all that. We've covered enough of maybe those. But anyways, I was feeling better. So I told the guys, what do you know? I actually got a couple of ideas for a few ones. So I'll record a few demos and send them over. Yeah, I did that. Also, actually, before COVID, we had some little snippets and pieces of things that one of them was very raw version of the of Dragon Must Die,
Yeah.
where which only basically had the some of the lyrical stuff and the chorus, the whole verse changed. Well, I had the riff melody and the idea that I explained, but of course, on the album it pounds your ass way better than what we had then. Yeah, and of course with that song it all really got finished at the summer 2023 when we were demoing quite a lot of stuff, and that already from the beginning we had an idea it might be the prog metal epic of this particular album, and that's what happened with Dragon Must Die. One of the stories about the album process. And yeah, by that 22 and especially 23, we started having some really like a bunch of ideas. We got together for a nice little song camp right when the summer started and started pounding out demos. One of them was Left on Mars, which I sang totally by myself, and then keyboard man Mr. Vili Ollila put it through some AI handling. And then we also had a very good roadmap for Tarja to follow because all the harmonies and her parts were in the girly voice, which I had sang originally. Yeah, I might be high and nasal, but not that girly. And yeah, took that USB stick to Switzerland where we did the first time in 18 years together that Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
That was a great moment. Really like the whole vibe, the atmosphere,
That's great.
that the human emotion, you could cut it with a knife. And it was at the same time, it was just, uplifting and at the same time, seriously touching. Great moments. Yeah. And so, yeah, on the summer of 23, we started to have the whole bunch of songs together. One of the last was Two Soldiers, which actually was there was a bits and pieces of my guitar and melody stuff, but then Thomas Weinler, my guitar player, he had taken upon himself to write lyrics and show them to me, and I was like, "Come on, let me see." And the story was good, based on a really good subject and all that. And I was like, well, what the hell? We got a tenth one, and so and it was also Tuomas's idea to suggest that I do that as a duet with Mr. J.P. Leppäluoto, because he's been my road brother for over 2 decades, and we've had lots of ups and downs and laughs and all kinds of cries of anguish together. And yeah, so Tuomas suggested that why don't we, if we do this as a duet, we could transfer that brothership, take the vibe and put it into this kind of a story, into a song where you got the road brothers facing a very grim future on a battlefield. And I think we managed pretty good there. I think it turned out really way, lot more better and more touching than we could have been imagining. But this is, of course, me talking. I'm not really qualified to judge my album. But I just like that one too. Yeah.
And speaking of the cover art, fantastic artwork that goes behind this album. You on the cover art and a lot of artistic work on this art. So would you like to tell me how it is, how it was designed and how it came out as the art of the album?
Yeah. The actual cover that came from the cover artist Hertta-Kaisa, and it was her demo, and we just saw it and were like, God damn it, this really captures the eye. And there were some other demos too, which were more like what the record company had asked, and we were staring this one like the Rovers, and that's goddamn the best. Yeah, I mean, it's weird how you can make a man happy when he sees his own split head and all kinds of things flying out of it. It sounds way worse than it looks. It made me happy. So that's how that happened. And then I don't know if did you manage to get yourself a booklet and all that already?
Not yet.
Okay, so there's a plenty of other stuff too, mostly weird photography. Most of it is from myself, and then again the cover artist did some workings, and I think there is some pieces from Tuomas Väinölä, and yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. And I had the pleasure to listen to the entire album, 10 beautiful songs, greatly worked out songs. Totally loved each and every song from the start with Frankenstein's Wife till the Roses from the Deep. So each and every song, great work. It's a new kind of work from you, like not from your other projects or something, but a great sound with keeping the metal alive and bringing the blend of rock and some classical stuffs inside of it, and great musical progression throughout the album. Totally love this album. So I want to thank you so much for the musical output that you have put inside this album. And
I thank you for that. And I mean, this is also something where we need to thank the guys in my band. I've been lucky to have some really versatile and imaginative musicians who love some good punchy rock and metal, but also have been playing and have been on the road for decades. So we've soaked up a lot of different things and atmospheres, and from bluesy schlagers to well, what could I say? To even some, well, I'm an old punk rocker too.
and on the day of the release, you are starting up with your Finland tour on the 7th of February, right?
Yeah, that's right. The album comes out on 7th of February, and we start the Finnish shows right then. And that's going to be interesting because next weekend I'm already traveling to Helsinki. We're going to have some harmony vocal exercises, and then we go into band rehearsals, and also Nora Louhimo is going to be joining us. She's going to be guesting on our show, and that's going to be great. She's absolutely brilliant. Fuck, she's got some strength. More balls than most of the guys in the genre.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Uh,
And apart from the touring, do you have any release day party or something in the next couple of days after the post-release of the album?
I there should be something. Is I exactly don't remember the date now because well, people were kind enough to leave me totally by myself on the weekend and all that, and I'm a little bit lost. I was sick, so yeah, and that's the evil thing there. When that kind of a stomach thing hits, it really grounds you. You cannot concentrate on anything except suffering. Fuck that shit, literally.
And post Finnish tour, are you planning for any international touring for 2025?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, after Finland, there's that week and a half, couple of weeks or something like that off, and then we head on to the Baltics and old Eastern European countries, where with Tarja and her band as well. So it's going to be kind of this co-headlining thing that we did a few shows already back in September in Germany and Netherlands and Switzerland. Yeah. So now we just do it a little bit longer and with a little bit more places, I guess.
And a couple of videos that you have released from Rebel of the North to Frankenstein
Okay.
and then duet again with Taria. So would you like to tell me a bit and the workman in the making of these videos?
Okay. Well, with Left to Mars, there's of course the fact that it almost came out already almost a year ago. And that was the thing that on that Switzerland festival, that 23 summer, when we were finishing the songs, we did that Phantom of the Opera, and I saw that this really means a lot to people, that it's us two there and all that. And I kind of realized also when after a few days when Tarja sent me some message that the song is really nicely prog and she likes it, it's great and all that. Uh, I realized that we might have to put this one song like as a priority one when we start mixing, mastering, and I need to start booking video plays really fast because it I felt like there was an audience for it from that festival. And then later on, also doing the South American tour acoustic things with the first with Anneke, and then later on supporting acoustically Tarja, and then doing some selected duets. I realized that there are places where people really want us to do things, and they want stuff from me. And that's the shitty thing about having a serious depression and anxiety, that they're really selfish beasts. So back in the years, I lost touch, had to get better and start to see the world, that there is worth in living it.
Amazing, amazing. And any special merchandise plans for the fans?
Oh man, I'm actually that guy who's just sometimes sees the layouts and says, "Yeah, this is nice," and then some other people do all that work. I mean, my guitar player, for instance, Thomas Väinölä, he's been more into this kind of a detailed touring bureaucracy and all that. Uh, whereas I'm, yeah, about um,
Yeah, I just lost you for a moment.
um, yeah. So I'm not really up to telling you about the merchandise or anything else and this stuff. But yeah, I really don't know what's going to be there. Sure, I figure.
And Marco, are there plans to come up with a couple of more videos or another single before the release of the album?
We have one more in the works, and now I would have to check the date. Is it exactly the same date as the album? Sorry, I'm really badly prepared for my own album to come out. But well,
It's cool, man.
I mean, this is the kind of guy I am. I'm really interested in getting the music done and all that, and I'm interested in the release, but then little details really escape me a lot. I'm really at my best, and what I think is best for me too is to be a live musician, to be on stage. Yeah.
That's the major part, right?
Hello.
Mark, I'm here. Can you hear me? I'm just
Yeah. Now I can. I think
yeah,
the picture froze for a while.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Cool. And Marco, your journey started in the early 80s, and you have worked with multiple amazing bands over the years. Band, you have worked with Alex Leho in Synergy and
Mhm.
a lot of great times with Nightwish and now a solo career. So, how do you feel about this long journey and decades of music that you have done over the years?
Yeah. To put it in one word, it would be absurd, but but also absurd and mostly fun. Not always, but I think it's for myself, it's a life that was worth living. Even I managed to dig out some kind of maybe, I'm not sure if wisdom is the right word when we're talking about me. But anyways, I've tried to learn, and it certainly has been rich in experiences and places and things that have happened and I've seen and all that. So yeah, it wouldn't be me if I haven't gone through all that. And then, like you said, there's been some really great musicians like Alexi. Yeah. Alex and Rob and me, we used to have these, you know, arrangement sessions with a couple of guitars and a bass. I think that was probably the times that I'm not sure have I ever been as fast with the bass as those times. I mean, I can be pretty fast, but I'm not sure. Haven't tried those songs in a while.
Yeah, cool, cool. And any upcoming plans apart from the touring? And do you have some plans with writing more new materials in the coming days and months?
In fact, that's a weird thing that I already kind of started. Ever since the summer, and though we already had the whole album and everything in the works, ever since that, I've already been writing quite a few new things, which are not complete, but well, I see at least three definite songs coming out of this, and yeah, that's also obviously when you feel better and sleep right. Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's bullshit to be that, that suffering artist. That's crap. At least I think that I can skip the suffering anytime.
awesome. And Marco, finally, any message that you have for the fans around the world?
Hmm. I kind of touched the subject already when I said about that show in Switzerland,
Yeah,
Utaria, and then and all this this touring where I was kind of again that there is worth in things that we do, especially when you can build such a vibe to so like thousands of people, sometimes tens of thousands, and to yourself and to your bandmates, and you can share it back and forth and all that. It's a great thing to have, and a great thing for a musician and a songwriter to have. is the fans who actually saw me go away. But still, we're hoping for me to come back and had patience and hope for it. And now I've seen that it paid off there for all of us because it's good to be back. Thank you.
Thanks to you, Marco. Thanks to you.
Yes.
And
Okay.
and Marco, I want to thank you so much for giving me today this wonderful opportunity to have you on the video. And a big, massive thanks for your years and decades of musical awesomeness that you have been giving for the metal fraternity around the world. So thanks for everything you have
Thank you.
done. And I'm
Thank
really
you.
looking forward to meet you on the road someday, Marco.
All right then. Well, if we get around coming that way, do you know promoters who you could
Yes,
over talk into booking us?
absolutely. I will be able to do that, Marco.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks for
Again.
thank you. And
Okay.
once again, thanks, and you have a great evening out there and take care of yourself, Marco.
I will. You too.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Have a
Bye-bye.
good one. Bye bye.